What up, YouTube? It's your boy Carter TV. You know I'm back. Another story for y'all. This crazy, crazy story. So let me tell you about this story about a guy named Unique. Unique was your average black guy. He was very drawn into the medical field. Right after high school, he became a CNA for 2 years, and after 2 years of being a CNA, he went to school to become a nurse. Got his nurse license, and he became a nurse. He was very much drawn into, helping people and, giving medications. And he was a good guy with a dark side. You understand what I'm saying? So, boom. Unique had a crazy thirst for killing. He watched a lot of the killing shows. He watched the shows like Snap, the shows on Forensic Scientists, How to Get Away with Murder. He was watching all those shows. And he was drawn to how those people was killing people, and some was getting away for years, and some was being, committing all these crimes and disposing of bodies. You know what I'm saying? So Unique was drawn to stuff like that. And you don't really hear about a black guy being on a killing spree. You understand what I'm saying? Like, unless he's a gangbanger in the streets nowadays. We never heard of a serial killer as a black man. In my opinion, I never heard of one. It's always been, white people who've been doing these serial killings, kidnapping and doing all these such and such. But Unique, he was drawn to stuff like that. He was into stuff like that. And what triggered him to do it to a certain people he had in mind he wanted to do it to was the fact that one day he was on his way to work, right? This is what triggered it. One day he was on his way to work. This was right after he graduated and became a nurse. Literally right after he became a nurse. He graduated school, became a nurse, right? Literally after. He was out with some friends celebrating, his big ceremony, his big, promotion, his big graduation. He was celebrating with a couple friends and a couple family members. They was drinking, they was having a good time. Now, after everybody settled down and was ready to go home and everything, Unique goes home by himself. He didn't live too far from where he was out having a good time. He lived about a good 3 blocks. So he was going home one night. Everybody said their goodbyes. Unique, we'll call you whenever. Basically, tell me when you get home and everything. So everybody all right, cool. Unique was on his way home, drunk. He was stumbling, but he was also know where he was going. You know what I'm saying? So he was on his way home, and then as soon as he got right by his house, a bum came up to him. A bum on the street. Asked Unique for some change. Can you get something to eat? Unique said, I ain't got it. So the bum was like, okay. So as Unique walked past the bum is watching him stumble and walk, right? Stumble and walk. So he comes behind the guy. The bum comes behind Unique. He's like, hey, guy, you all right? You all right? He like, yeah, man, I'm all right. Get off me. I just told you I ain't got no money. He like, I'm trying to make sure you get home safe. Now, the bum is giving a heads up to somebody else. I guess one of his companions that's across the street. So they come over. And another bum. So Unique hears another voice. Yo, you don't look too good, man. He like, I'm fine. Y'all motherfuckers get the fuck away from me. Y'all stink. Get y'all bum asses away from me, man. Move. I'm good. My house is right up here. So the bums look at each other and nod their head. And one of them just kind of tossed him into the alley. And they started beating Unique the fuck up. Beating him up. Boop, 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 boop. Kicking him, punching him. And they stripped him of his clothes. Took his money. And they beat him up. Took him of his valuables. They beat him up and stripped him of his clothes. He woke up the next morning in the garbage in the street, in broad daylight in the street. Beat the fuck up. A lady saw him, asked him, was he okay? He, basically, eyes was looking fuzzy. Couldn't really tell who he was talking to. He blacked out. They left him bloodied up, beat up, and damn near naked in the street. A few hours later, he woke up in the hospital. The doctor was like, hey, you all right, man? You all right, man? He's like, where am I? He's like, you in the hospital. He's like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. Some lady found you out in the street without your clothes. He said, do you remember anything? And then also an officer stepped in, and he was questioning Unique, like, yo, you remember anything from last night? And, then he started to see his family come in. They rushed in, Unique, you all right? So he like, I'm cool. I'm just trying to remember what happened. So one of his friends that showed up was like, you What happened to you? You just left us and now you in the hospital the next morning? He was like, you right. I was out celebrating with my family and my friends, having a good time. And I left from them and I was on my way home. And then the guy came up to me and was asking me for change. And I told him I ain't have none. And the next minute I wake up here. So the officers basically sound like you got robbed and you got pretty beat up. Do you remember who the guy were? I was like, no, it wasn't just one guy, it was two of them. I remember hearing the second voice. So he basically told the guys he got jumped, he got robbed, they took his valuables. So he had to replace a lot of his stuff, IDs, credit cards, bank accounts. He got to replace all that stuff. What happened now is 2 days later, the officers, the detective on the case was like, we found out one of the guys who had your credit card, he was using it, and we got him. So they locked him up. He went to go down there and see what the dude looked like, and he realized he recognized one of them, he didn't recognize the other one. So one got away and one sticked around, got locked up. Boom. So that made Unique very furious that happened. One of them got escaped. He didn't remember what the other one looked like, but one of them did get locked up. You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, Unique had a different side to him. He started taking MMA classes. He started looking into all types of poisonous. He started watching these killer shows. You know what I'm saying? He got drawn to these killer shows. And him getting jumped by bums in the street and then getting robbed, that traumatized him real bad. It really traumatized him to the point he lost it. So one night he was going home. He just come from doing a 16-hour shift. He going home, he tired. And one of the bums he seen in the street was asking for change. And this is a regular bum. Hey, man, you got some change, you got some change. Nah, I ain't got none. So Unique walked past him. He got about a good few feet, looked back at the dude, turned back around, went to the dude. He's like, yo, man, I got a place for you to crash if you wanted somewhere to stay. Right? He's like, oh, yeah, I could sure use a place to stay. I could sure use a place to stay, man. I'm type hungry. So Unique took him down some alley, beat the dude up, took him in like the bottom of the basement, some basement area in one of those alleys. He found one of the alleys. He beat the dude up, threw the guy down there and chained him up. Left the dude there, went back home, and he was kind of like putting stuff together. Like he really just did this. He really just did this. And then one of the shows just happened to come on at the time. He looked back, it made him think about the time he got jumped by bums and robbed. So he was like, I'm doing this. He went in the room. He got all his utensils, cutting utensils, needles, all that. He got all his utensils and shit, right? The following day, got off work, went straight down to where the man was, chained up. Hey, man, let me go, man. I don't want to be in there. He's scared, paranoid. He's like, no, shh. This is your new home now. You live here. Hush. So he started torturing the guy, and then he killed him. He killed the guy. He got fascinated. He saw the blood dripping. He was just like drawn to it. He was like, it was fun to him torturing somebody and then killing somebody. He found so much amusement out of it. It was just like he wanted to do it again. He had a rush for it now. And he also, what he did was collect different parts of a person's body. Fingers, toes, ears, anything he thought was valuable, he would keep it. He would clean it off and keep the shit, right? So the old man, he killed the man and buried his body somewhere else, right? Then he found another homeless person. This time it has to be a woman, and she was pushing a shopping cart full of cans. She was pushing cans. She wasn't asking for no change. She was pushing cans. Saw this young lady, and he found his next victim. He brought the lady to his house. So he was very comfortable with doing this now because he brought the lady to his house. He got her cleaned up. And what he did was he put a TV in the fucking tub and she electrocuted. Electrocuted the shit out of her. Boop. Power in his house went out, then came back in. As he sat there, he made a nice evil laugh. Evil laugh and shit. He was fascinated by this shit. Then he took her body where he had the old man and threw her ass down there. He was killing motherfuckers. This killing spree went on for about a good 5 years straight. He killed over about 200 bums on the street. And he was actually living a normal life. A normal life. Working, partying, talking to his family like if nothing was wrong. This was going on for 5 years straight. 5 years this was going on. This man was doing all this killing, you know what I mean? And nobody seemed to worried about these people because nobody's on the street. They was bums, they was homeless. Nobody didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Now, this been going on for 5 years. He killed about over 200 people. And not even just people. He killed innocent bums on the street. People who was homeless and shit. Like, from men to women. He was killing left and right. Torturing them. Killing them. And putting their bodies in the same fucking spot. Now, the reason why the bodies, when people die, their body decapitate. That aroma comes up. He realized that early on. So what he did was he put all the bodies in acid. The ones he killed, he started to put them in acid over time. So that the smell won't get too crazy and people will start to notice. So he had over about 200 skeletons in that fucking basement of his. Over 200 skeletons. Men and women. No matter how they look. If they was bums on the street, they was getting their ass off the street. Literally. You feel me? So this been going on for 5 years. He had his whole planned out. This particular time, shit started to change. He found a bum on the street, right? And this particular bum, he recognized the voice. 5 years ago, I got jumped by a guy that sounded just like you. And then he was just like, the guy was like, I don't even know you, man. Fuck out of here. I don't know you, man. You smoking that shit. Whatever you smoking, I wanted to. He's like, I don't smoke. But your voice sounds so familiar to me. It sounds familiar to me. He said, where your boy at? My boy, yeah. Where your boy at? He said, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Da, 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 da. The bum shoved him off and he dipped off, right? So Unique was like, all right, I'm going to catch his ass. I'm going to get my answers. So the bum was happened to be out there later that night. Unique was in his crib and he heard somebody loud out his crib, making all types of noise, drunk, swinging, yelling at people walk by and shit, right? So Unique was like, oh, that man drunk. Let me go down there and get him. Go downstairs. Yo, man, you all right? Leave me the fuck alone. I'm drunk. The man is drunk. I'm drunk. Leave me the fuck alone. Then he yelled out his homeboy name. He said, yo, my man, I got locked up 5 years ago. He coming home tomorrow. I can't wait. So Unique started to question. He's like, yo, homeboy, what happened to him? He got locked up, man. Beat up this one guy in the street. Then we robbed him and stripped him naked. My friend dumbass used his credit card. That's how the officers found him. So Unique go, how'd you get away? How I get away? Man didn't even see what I fucking look like. He said he heard my voice, then he couldn't remember it. The dumb motherfucker. Black nigger. So he called the dude a nigger, right? He called Unique a nigger. Now the bum didn't know he was talking to Unique, the dude the dude he beat up. He didn't know he was talking to him. He was drunk and out of his mind. He was confessing. But he also remembered his friend, like his friend coming home after doing that 5-year bid. He's coming home and da-da-da. So Unique was like, oh, I got some more, I got some more liquor if you want some. I mean, the dude was like, you got more liquor. Bring it on, my guy. You're a black guy, too. Oh, black guy being generous. Look at you. Such a good fella. Such a good fella. He said, yeah, I am. Come with me. I got a nice bottle of Henny down over there. Hennessy, huh? Oh, you got that strong stuff. I'm more of an E&J person myself. So he looked at the guy. He said, boy, you drinking a 40. Be appreciative, motherfucker. Come on. So he took the guy to the basement. He let the guy walk to the basement. The guy was like, where he at? It's type dark in this bitch. It's type dark. So the dude is walking, right? And he trips over something, which he thought was like a ladder or something. Because it shattered. Like, when bones make a noise, it make that clickety noise. He's like, what the fuck is that? So Unique turns on the lights and he see all these bones on the floor. He's like, oh shit. The guy freaks out. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. He freaked out, right? He was like, get up. This will be your new home. So Unique was about to close the door on him. The dude got up and Unique went to go elbow him. The dude ducked. And then he countered with an uppercut and rocked Unique shit. Boom. Sat Unique on his ass. The dude jumped out of there and ran. Right? So Unique ran back out to go get him. The dude screaming out, help me, help me. People just looking at his stupid ass. So Unique finally grabbed him up. Boom. Right? Grabbed him up. This is my uncle. He's off his meds. Come on, Unc. He's like, no, this dude's trying to kill me. No, this dude's trying to kill me. So he grabbed him, right? Grabbed him, punched him in his stomach. Ugh. So nobody didn't really see him punch him in his stomach. So this one particular kid who lived across the street from Unique was watching. As he's watching, he see Unique take the dude and then he's beating the dude up. So he's watching. So the kid is looking. He's pulling out his phone and he's recording now. He's like, yo, world star, world star. Unique like, kid, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Kick the, you try to run the kid off. But the kid comes back. The kid comes back, right? He see Unique take him in the cut somewhere, right? Then the kid goes over there. The kid goes over there. So the kid goes over there and shit. And it's like a little window where he could see inside. A little blurry window where he could see inside, and he's recording everything. So what the kid does, he stops recording, he starts to go live on Instagram. He goes live on Instagram and shit, right? So Unique is down there in the dungeon under his building, and he's stripping the guy off, right? The kid's going live. He's like, yo, I'm live right now. Look, I'm looking inside. I think this man about to kill this man. It looked like he about to rape his ass too. It looked like he about to rape his ass because he's stripping him of his clothes. So Unique is inside, he's stripping the dude of his clothes. He's like, come on, man, you ain't gotta do this. I'm the motherfucker you beat up. I'm that black nigger you fucking robbed 5 years ago. You could apologize, man, but I am sometimes I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that sorry shit. So he started torturing the guy. He chained him up and he started torturing him. First he started shocking him. He put some tweezers and electrical box on his balls, and he started shocking him from his balls. Ah! The guy started losing it. Mind you, this kid is going live on this shit. He's really going live. He's torturing the guy, shocking his balls. He's giving him thousands of paper cuts all over his fucking body. While he's alive, he's doing all this while he's alive. He takes his arm, right, and he dumps it into a bucket of acid and watch his shit burns off. The man hollering and screaming. The kid is like, oh, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. This man is killing him. The kid got people on the live telling him, like, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops. Right? So what happens now is Unique ends up killing the dude, and the boy catches this all on live. He catches it all on live. And what happens now is the kid makes a bunch of noise where Unique hears him. So the kid dips off. So Unique's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck was that? Probably another bum. So when Unique goes out there to see who it was, the kid was hiding. And he catches Unique's face. Catches his face on camera and everything. So Unique ain't see nobody. Closed door, went on with his happy life. And what the kid has done now, he went to go talk to a few of his friends. She showed them the Instagram video. And they was like, take it to the cops, man. Take it to the cops. I know people already seen it. People already seen it. He done went live and about a good 30,000 viewers seen what just happened. So he ends up going to the cops. Cops end up finding out Unique killed a lot of people. And they end up going down in that dungeon and they finding all those bones down there. They arrest Unique for all those killing and sent him to prison for life. Actually, they sent him to the death penalty. He got sent to death penalty. All his friends and family members was shot. And, a lot of people was actually looking for some of those people. Some people was being looked for. You had grandkids looking for their grandmothers and granddads who was bum on the streets. And a lot of them just lost them over time. Death and shit. Crazy motherfucker Unique, man. The nurse Unique. The black serial killer. It's your boy Carter TV, man. And I'm out, y'all.